Yes.
And so I want to refine it because I'm still crying. And I know that crying is releasing resistance.
Well, the thing about refining it is, if in the moment that you feel like you need to refine it, what you really need to do is get off the subject.
Okay.
Because when you trip over something and you give it your attention, the tripping experience is now adjusting the vibrational climate and what's going to come next. So when you trip over it, get off of it and use things that are easier to practice your love on. You're such an interesting bunch. You say, oh, this feels so good, and this feels so good, and this feels so good. So I don't think about those things very much. But that over there, that's awful. So I work on that all day, every day. I'm going to get that. I'm going to wrestle it to the ground and kill it. I am going to accomplish that. And we say, no, you're not. What you're doing is practicing the vibration of something that isn't serving you, using it as your excuse to feel bad, to justify where you stand. And then all kinds of people who feel just like you do flow into your experience all day, every day, and you talk about it.
Well, what I'm talking about, it feels really good. It's not a bad feeling. I just have heard you say that resistance is, that you cry when you're releasing resistance. And I can feel this delicious resonance and this delicious, which love is not a big enough word, but I can be crying for, the whole day.
So we have an important question for you and for all of you. So let's say you've accomplished a place of really feeling good. There's no resistance. And so thoughts are flowing in response to that. And then you stumble on a subject that has resistance, like we were talking with our friend earlier. The subject morphed a little, and now you feel resistance. Then it's natural that when you let go of that resistance, you will feel release of it.
Yes.
And so it's a nice thing. Releasing resistance feels really good. Feels like progress. It's why you like this time-space reality. You like to notice your progress. Your time and your space cause you to focus. Esther discovers that every day that she's combing her hair. She combs it until the amount of time that she has expires. She's never done until time's up. And so your time and space sort of help you to focus. So once you are understanding that as things are unfolding, that they are representing what you're doing, and you're putting your emphasis on that, then everything sort of smooths out. So this is the question that we want to put to you. When you enjoy the relief of the resistance release, we love you so much. You know what's coming next. Sometimes you deliberately create trouble for the relief that you feel when you stop it. It's like hitting yourself over the head with a hammer. It feels good when you stop. But really, how productive was that? And so we just don't want you to get too wrapped up in the joy of releasing resistance. We'd rather that you get wrapped up in finding resistance-free thoughts and experiences and people, and that you focus there until you increase the momentum of that, and then enjoy the ramping up of the... So here's what we just said to you. You're describing, a train is going 80 miles an hour that way, and you want it to go 80 miles an hour that way. But you don't want it to do it all of a sudden. It would be too abrupt. So the train's going to slow down, and then it's going to go the other way. So what you're describing, and we've been teaching it for years, and so we're not saying that it's not something that is worth doing. There just may be something that at this stage of your understanding would be more productive for you to do. So when you are feeling the relief of releasing resistance, you're still slowing the train down. When you feel the exhilaration of the love flowing, that's when you're speeding the train up. And only you know where the train is in this scenario. So we can't give a standard answer. Yeah, always do that or always do that, because it depends on where you are with that subject. And one thing is sure. Your vibration is right where you last left it on every subject. And so it's just such a wonderful thing to leave that subject where you left it, do a good job of creating a vibrational environment, and then the universe will bring to you that subject given your new environment. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
That may be the most important thing those of you who are really out here on the leading edge will ever hear from us. Because things are coming to you as you have been summoning them with your vibration. But now you are tending more deliberately by caring about how you feel, and by starting the day out with simpler thoughts, and by holding the thoughts that feel good longer until you've got more of that momentum going longer. So now you have a different vibrational relationship with everything you've ever lived, with every relationship you've ever had, and with everybody who is currently in your life. So now when they come and they meet you at a different place. Here, let's talk about this. This is a further explanation of law of attraction. Is there anyone who does not have a central sense of law of attraction? Good. So, some time ago we described a light board, like a board that has little LED lights on it. And it's as big as this platform. And you are one of the lights that's lighting on this platform. And you light up based upon what you're thinking about. So you're emanating a signal, and every other light on the board that is emanating that same signal, as far as you are concerned, lights up. And those lighted lights represent your world. So that's a sort of sense of how it is you have the experience and the exposure to life that you do. So let's say that you're back in high school. Sorry to put you there, but just for a minute. And there's someone that you know who, for whatever reason, is talking smack about you. And you have been tending to your vibration. You're feeling really good. You're on your high-flying disc. And so you walk into the vicinity where they are. And even though they've just been talking about you, because you are in a different frequency, your light is different than their light. Even though you're aware of them, you don't connect on that subject, and you don't get that feeling in your stomach that they've been talking about you. But let's say you woke up, you weren't feeling that good, you're talking smack about that one and that one and that one and that one, you're down on yourself, you walk into the room, immediately you connect. You can just feel things aren't going well between you because you've connected on that level. Let's say that you woke up and you're feeling bad. You walk into a room and they haven't even been thinking about you. You're not going to connect with them. So what we're getting at is everyone that you are finding resonance with is showing you where you are, what vibrational environment you have created. And it's so interesting because it solves all the misunderstanding about psychology and behavior and interpersonal relationships. It explains why anyone, in other words, you can't get from anyone anything that isn't vibrationally active within you. Don't you love knowing that? Mm-hmm. Isn't it simpler? Wouldn't you like the politicians to know that? Wouldn't you like them to just focus upon the well-being that they say that they want and find the vibrational alignment of that so that they would resonate with the solutions, they would resonate with the others no matter which political platform they are standing on? They would find the help that they are looking for to accomplish the things that they are wanting? So everything is about vibration. It's such a nice thing to know that no one can treat you other than you are inviting through your practiced vibration. And you might not be practicing your vibration deliberately. You might be practicing it by default. But you have a practiced vibration with plenty of momentum that equals everything that is coming to you all of the time. And we are just asking you, instead of spending so much time commenting on how the reaction to your point of attraction is, to focus upon what you're doing with your point of attraction. And then, as we were discussing with our friend earlier, create the environment and watch what happens. Create the environment and watch what happens. Create the environment and watch what happens. Your feeling of control will go through the roof. Your feeling of self-determination will skyrocket. Your sense of worthiness and well-being will finally click into place, and your happiness level will go off the charts. And as you're moving around in this world, knowing this, and others are having whatever experiences that they're having, every time you engage on any level with any person, just say to yourself, I must have had that light lighted on my board. I'm going to do something about that because I didn't really enjoy that very much. And then do something about it other than talk to your girlfriends or boyfriends.
Yeah, I do have extraordinary experiences with pretty much everyone.
Yeah. So now what?
So I just love it. I mean, I just love loving, flowing love. So I guess I'm just enjoying the flow because it just flows me through everything.
It's not a very satisfying seminar, is it? Because person after person gets in the chair and says, I'm good. I'm good. And even if they bring an issue, we don't let them talk about it. Yeah, really good.
But it's so delicious, and it is that exhilarating place, and the things that people do come to me with are just delicious.
Yeah, good. Really good.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. This is a very good time for a segment of refreshment.